Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Telling Time. So I recently took a holiday back to Hong Kong and naturally I couldn't resist checking out what the watch scene was like there. This time around, instead of going to the many second-hand luxury stores, I tried to look for cool and unique stores ranging from affordable to luxury, and I found some cool stuff for sure. But if you're enjoying my watch content so far, make sure to like this video, leave a comment and subscribe for more. And without further ado, let's get into it. My journey started at Times Square in Causeway Bay with its super impressive interior. The third floor of Times Square is home to many luxury brands, but I came to check out a collective store called Elegant Watches and Jewellery. As you may know, I've had a growing interest in Grand Seiko, so I first checked out this SBGN 019 Quartz GMT model. This was a pretty cool piece, coming in at a sizable 40mm by 13mm stick, and powered by the 9F86 quartz movement. It had a beautiful radially edged dial and Grand Seiko's sporty handset and markers from their sports line, which I'm kind of warming up to be honest. Also with a fixed 24-hour bezel and that bright red GMT hand. I really liked the angular case and I thought that the watch wore well on my wrist. Next was another brand that I had a growing interest in, Glasuta Original with their Panamatic Luna. This is a 40mm by 12.7mm thick moon phase watch with a beautiful silver brush dial and an in-house movement. The watch also had an integrated small seconds display and heat blued hands. Also, looking through the case back, that movement is just a thing of beauty. Just check out the finishing on that thing. Overall, like with all German design watches, it was such an immaculate and well designed watch. I thought it wore well on my wrist, but maybe on the verge of being too large. I also spotted this limited edition Zenith Defy piece with a really cool high beat small seconds hand. Just looking at it sweeping around that subdial was so satisfying. And finally, I checked out this Baume & Mercier Clifton Baumatic, a 40mm COS certified automatic watch. The watch was really thin at 11.3mm and actually has a great movement with 120 hours of power reserve. It had a nice fume grey dial paired with a blue crocodile strap, and overall I thought it looked really neat and classical. I think Baume & Mercier are one of those brands like Nomos making great watches but maybe flying under the radar in terms of popularity. So make sure to check them out when you get a chance. Next, I went to Central for a quirky little store called the Lavish Attic. The Lavish Attic is all about independent brands, so there were many brands that I saw for the first time here. At the time I visited, they were actually hosting an event for Renaissance watches, so I couldn't get much footage inside, but I was able to check out some of their watches from the displays. It was pretty cool to see these independent brands that you don't see every day, like Reservoir, Lang & Hein, Constantine Check-In with their Joker watch, Renaissance, Work, Campanola and Crayon. If you visit Central in Hong Kong and want to check out some rare independent brands, this is definitely the place to be. My final stop in Hong Kong was a store in the Peninsula Arcade of TST called Global Timepieces, where I checked out some cool pieces like this limited edition GP Laureato Aston Martin chronograph. The watch had a really cool bead blasted dial finish in green and metallic subdials that shone in the light from all different angles. This is one of the few rare models that came in titanium. Still 42mm by 12mm stick, but that titanium case made it feel much more manageable to me. I still thought that the 42mm size looked too big on my wrist, but the weight felt just right and I could definitely see myself wearing something like this one day. While I was there, I was also shown the GP Ice Blue Edition chronograph, which was also nice with its waffle dial and concentrically finished subdials, but the weight of the steel really showed after handling the titanium model, and I didn't really like it as much. And to finish off, I came across a really awesome brand, Gerald Charles, which I was told was the legendary Gerald Genta's brand and his final watch design. This is their Maestro GC Sport tennis model with the sandblasted titanium case, blasted tennis ball dial finish, and a matching yellow Velcro strap. I thought that the case and design was really sophisticated and it presented as a great luxury sports watch. Of course, I'd expect nothing less from Mr. Genta. I also saw their regular Maestro GC Sport model with the steel case and brown fume dial, and again I really like the watch as a whole package. It's hard to explain, but it just oozes of classy and sporty design. But that brings my watch adventure in Hong Kong to an end. I didn't have too much time in Hong Kong, so I couldn't go to that many stores, but let me know what you thought, and if you had any other recommendations, let me know in the comments so I can visit next time. The next leg of my holiday brought me to Japan, which was a treasure trove of watch finds, so stay tuned for my vintage watch hunting adventures in Japan. But as always, I'll see you again in the next one. Peace.